Hello and welcome to the weekly HeroFix podcast with me, Sammy T.
Tom Walker.
And Ian Chin.
And as usual, we're bringing you your weekly fix of superhero news. Of course, as usual, myself and my two colleagues here will be bringing our own little bits of news, and we'll be discussing our thoughts on it, and also we'll be inviting you to give in your opinion on the matters that we bring across. Well, Ian, what have you got coming up today?
Well, as you guys might know, Civil War's coming out this week. We've specifically got midnight showing tickets, but for everyone else, it could be it is on the Friday, so can't wait.
Okay, Tom.
Talking about X-Men, the new film coming out, and what returning X-Men we're looking forward to seeing, as well as the younger interpretations of them.
Ooh, interesting. And I will be bringing you back to DC. As of course we know, there will be a Batman solo movie directed by the man himself, Ben Affleck. But I want to know what Batman film you guys want to see. So obviously, big talking point here. No one knows which direction they're going to go. So let's get straight into it. But don't forget, you can get involved by commenting in the comment section down below, or you can get in touch via our social media addresses, platforms. That's the one I was looking for.
Things
in the links down below. But yes, Ian, we'll start off with you.
So thank you, Sam. Basically, thanks to you, we was able to get 4 midnight showing tickets.
I do try. You're welcome.
Yes, watching it in 3D IMAX. I bet you can't wait, guys, because
I'm buzzing.
I'm really buzzing, man. I can't wait.
It's really annoying that, because I've been so excited for the last few weeks and I haven't been able to go on about it because of obviously other things, being busy with other stuff. But now I've got a week and I'm kind of like on the last stretch of everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I just need to see it now. But and also with all the reviews coming in so early on.
Yes,
it's just taking a toll in this.
It's the same for me. Now. It's the same for me. Every time I go on YouTube, there's always like clips from the movie,
and I refuse to watch them.
Same.
I refuse to watch them.
I don't want to be spoiled anymore. What about you, Tom?
I've been looking forward to it, but now it's here. I don't care as much anymore now it's here.
Oh, you will care when you watch it.
Oh,
you'll be hyped, just like the rest of us in the cinema.
Oh yeah, it's one of those you spend weeks looking forward to, and it's actually here. It's just a bit.
Really? No way.
Well, since we only got a few days left, what are you going to be most excited about from the film? From what you've heard so far?
Spider-Man.
To
be fair, that's probably the main reason I got the tickets at midnight.
So if Spider-Man wasn't in Civil War whatsoever after all the rumours, you would just be like, nah, I'm just going to sell my tickets straight away?
No, I don't think I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll go and see it, but I kind of know what's going to happen.
Well, the main point for me is because obviously it's been directed by the Russo brothers. I obviously liked, as you saw from my previous top fives, that in terms of fight scenes, the Russo brothers films have always been like on my top list, and I just can't wait to see what it's going to be like with all the action and choreography and everything. Hopefully it's going to be immense. I'm waiting for that airport scene as well. Apparently that's like...
Yeah, I think that'd be what I'd be most looking forward to.
Isn't that like 20 minutes long?
Well, I'm not sure about the time length, but I do know it's been filmed in IMAX.
Yeah, that scene entirely is all IMAX, so it's just going to fill up the entire IMAX screen.
And like, it's similar to what Batman Superman did. They just did the main fighting scene with that in IMAX, didn't they? And it was wicked. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more characters in IMAX. It'd just be interesting to see how they're able to pick, do it. I mean, to fit so many different characters in one fight scene is a task on its own, but
Yeah, moving on to related to the Spider-Man references, I would like to see Aunt May's involvement in the film.
She is in the film.
I just want to see what her involvement is in terms of with the other characters.
If you remember,
she's Peter's aunt.
Yeah, no, I mean how would it relate to the Avengers?
If you remember, Ian, we talked about this the other week when we saw the trailer.
Yeah.
How there was that shot of Captain America.
Yeah, we spotted
in what looked like a very much rural house.
Okay.
Now, if you remember, me and Sam were like, "That's Aunt May's house.
Yeah,
it's got to be."
Or it could be instead. Yeah, it could be.
Well, there's always that thing where she doesn't say she knows, but you think she knows that Peter's Spider-Man. I
think generally she finds out to a point and keeps it secret.
Yeah.
And then it's eventually it'll be like, "Oh, I've known you're Spider-Man for years."
Yeah. So it's not like it's gonna be. I reckon it'll be something like that. Like she's gonna walk in on something and she's like, what? And then she'll just add it all up but just not say anything. But that'll be how we're introduced to
Well,
her.
here's the thing, right? If it is in Aunt May's house, then what I think might happen is that she'll have figured it out, or she'll find out, and then it'll probably be like Captain America will be like, "Ma'am, it's okay. We'll make sure he's safe."
Yeah, something like that. But I think the relationship between Tony and Peter's the big thing about this.
That's what they're going to be apparently developing in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
As well, yeah. But they did say it will be included in this in some factor. So I can see it, seeing that play a part. Because obviously I think the relationship between him and the aunt will also play a part in Peter's decision of whose side he'll be on.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
Makes sense.
In the movie, obviously, it's going to be like... He's quite young in the movie, isn't he? So how
He's about 15, 16, like the actor is.
Okay. And what is he in the comics when he first gets the radio?
It depends on, like, what universe, because he was around about 15, 16, I think,
Yeah.
when he got his powers. But again, it depends on what universe we're talking about here. So
Oh,
obviously,
okay.
in the Ultimate Universe, he's quite young.
Yeah.
But obviously, in the current universe, obviously, he started young and he's grown up over the years.
Oh.
Because, like, obviously at the start of the comics, Peter Parker's a student, but in the comics right now, the main 616 universe, he's basically Spider-Man Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like he has his own international corporation with spider jets, spider buggies,
Nice.
a lot.
It's Parker Industries.
Parker Industries, yeah. I need to catch up on that comic series. I only got like 4 issues.
I really enjoyed the Spider-Verse ones. I need to see what happened after that.
Well, that's what the current comic line picks up on.
Yeah, I need to catch up. But yeah, guys, what side are we on going into it? That'd be good to know. Ian?
Obviously, you know me, my man, Tony Stark. So, Team Iron Man.
You go out with Tony Stark?
Yeah. No. No. Twisting my words, Sam. But
no, why Team Iron Man? What?
well,
I know you like him, but
yeah,
there's got to be a
but,
reason.
The reason why is because obviously, like the act of regulation for is it the
Wakanda. It is Sokovia.
The
Sorry.
Sokovia Act, yeah. Obviously, these heroes need to be in checked, but who knows? Maybe one day these heroes could be like saying, "We don't want to be part of your organisation. We want to take over now." So who's going to stop them then?
In Magneto fashion.
Yes.
Well, isn't that why we had Shield?
Yep.
Obviously, Shield fell down.
Yeah, because it was
But
corrupted
if
by
you watch
Hydra.
Agents of Shield, there's a lot of stuff. You see, the thing is, that's the only thing that annoys me. Agents of Shield has done so much in the background, but it's not really.
Whilst
brought
it
up.
shares the universe, it's its own little pocket.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
mean,
like the Netflix shows. It's all part of the same universe, but it's their own little pockets. There's no real like, what's the word I'm after? Cross continuity of sorts, or something like that. There's no like full on interaction. There's just like, oh yeah, this happened in the background.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big thing that happens in Agents of Shield which plays a part in Age of Ultron. I might actually have to tap it now so I can say. So the I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, the helicarrier.
Yes.
That was hidden by Coulson when he was building Shield again, and he kept it for Fury to use when he needed it next, and that was when they needed it next, and he kept it a secret the whole time.
In Age of Ultron when...
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, at the end.
and that was because of Coulson hiding it.
Wow.
I know, yeah. See,
So
you
where
don't know.
did he hide it in the end?
It was like in a secret Shield base.
Oh, there's always a secret shield.
Well, you got to think. Like, you know, if they could hide the 3 helicarriers from Winter Soldier underground like that,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
you know it's not exactly impossible for you to believe they hid it underground elsewhere or hid it somewhere else.
Yeah. Tom, whose side do you want going into Civil War?
For joke's sake, I'm going to be Sweden, and I'm going to be neutral.
Sweden.
What?
What?
Sweden, Switzerland. I'm neutral for joking's sake. But when my view is they're both equal points.
Right.
Yes, there's the notion that superheroes need to be kept in order, let's say, and have been being officially sanctioned by the government. But at the same time, like Captain America's side of it is that he can't just stand around and watch innocent people suffer and get hurt and things happen and they not do anything about it.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same sort of boat, but I am more Captain America. Simply
Yeah,
because I think that, government ruling, let's say, I don't think that's the right way about it, because there's the whole thing of, like, when you see it in loads of films when the government say, it's worth losing, it's worth letting that person go, or, you know what I mean? In superhero world, that's not a that's not worth thinking.
It'll be. I think if it was going to be like in the future, the government controls it. It'll be only in the views of for the benefit of the government.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, so I don't think it should be like that. I think if they were to work together, I'd be happy with that. But like, I don't think it should be in one rules or one or the other does. In
that sense, I'm more on Captain America's side because again, you can't just stand around and let people suffer when there's a situation happening. Exactly. I mean, say Age of Ultron was say like Civil War happened before Age of Ultron, yeah.
Yeah.
And Team Iron Man side won, and the Avengers were controlled purely by the government. They weren't dispatched until given orders.
Mm-hmm.
How many lives could have been lost?
Well, every life would have been lost because it would just wipe us all out. Because that's the whole point of
it was supposed to be
extinction.
Of
mankind. So we
you get the point. You get the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we know what side we're on, but we want to know what you guys at home, what side you're on. Let us know in the social media platforms down below or comment, as we want to know, because I don't think, it would have been good if there was like a proper like sort of tally of going into the film of what fans are going in.
Well, if you go onto our social media platforms, if you want to let us know what you think and what your opinions are, put in the hashtag Team Cap or Team Iron Man and give your opinions why, and then we'll have a look, and then we might even talk about it.
Ooh.
So,
because of course we'll be doing our review of the film,
and we'll also be Snapchatting our experiences on the midnight screening as well. So
as long as the internet works this time.
Well, I don't know. Is it Telford we're going to?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. The 3G there's a bit dodgy.
Yeah. So you may see us there. Who knows? But yeah, that's Civil War talk. But I think it's time we move to a release that's not too far away as well.
It's summer, isn't it? August.
It's May.
May.
End of May. That's the thing.
Not
a lot of people are talking about it.
I'm thinking of Suicide Squad for August. I am.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's out at the end of May, but I don't think there's a lot of.
There's been no hype train.
No, there's not really much hype. Everyone's just like, oh, there's another one, and it's another X-Men.
Well, who can match up to Civil War's hype and marketing schemes?
Who could match up to Civil War and Batman v Superman?
Yeah, there's just so much money.
For all we know, they might start the hype train like as soon as Civil War comes out.
They might use Civil War.
Because obviously, Civil War comes out this week. This is like the last week of April. Next week is the start of May. They might just spend all of May having a massive hype train building up.
Yeah.
I think they're still going to be carrying on talking about Civil War because people are just going to be talking about Easter eggs, going to be talking about post-credit scenes. I think the discussion's still going to be talked about even after Civil War's been released.
I just think most people are like, it's not. We're not really getting much new with the new X-Men film. We're getting Psylocke.
Yeah, we've got Psylocke. We've got Apocalypse. Is it Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got another character, but I can't remember her name now. Asian girl's character. Oh.
Jubilee.
That's it, Jubilee. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Jubilee's making her first movie appearance. I'm actually hyped for that.
So that's the only new characters we're getting. And not a lot. And I'm getting fed up with the whole Mystique thing,
It's Jennifer Lawrence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that, I love Jennifer Lawrence. Don't get me wrong.
She's fantastic person, fantastic actress, but
they're making Mystique way too important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because it's her.
But then again, obviously, the Days of Future Past timeline is now completely separate to the original timeline, so they can sort of do what they want, really.
Still silly. But yeah, Tom, what do you want to talk about regarding the X-Men?
I want to talk about who we're looking forward to the most seeing it and returning actors and characters.
Right.
Now, obviously, you just mentioned, Sam, we obviously got Psylocke and Jubilee.
Mm-hmm. They're new.
Yeah, they're new. They're new to the film franchise.
I'm looking forward to Psylocke.
I'm looking forward to Psylocke as well. Really interested. I'm surprised that she is one of the Horsemen, but I think she was one of the Horsemen in the comics as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least they're sticking to that. 'Cause obviously, Psylocke is one of the more famous X-Men out there.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like famous female X-Men.
Yeah.
Also, there's Jubilee, who everyone around our age and a bit older will know primarily from the old 90s TV series.
X-Men. Oh, it's such a good.
That was such a fantastic.
I'm trying to think of the theme tune now.
That
was it.
Yeah. Wasn't this from the same studios that made the Spider-Man animated
series?
Literally.
When we were all younger, and it was still, and Disney XD was still Fox Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Fantastic Four series.
Yes, I'm.
Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm.
And X-Men. There was Silver Surfer as well, and the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I remember.
And I know for a fact that Spider-Man, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men were all part of the same universe, but I think like Silver Surfer and the Hulk were part of it as well.
Okay. I think they were
No,
because I
I
remember
don't- hang
I think I did remember cameo appearances from one or the other.
Are you on about Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man movies?
No, cartoon.
There's a
I was going to
cartoons.
say, I
Cartoons.
know they wasn't shared.
Oh, like when we were younger, when like
Yeah,
Disney
yeah,
XD was
yeah.
still Fox Kids.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, I think like the one I'm looking forward to the most. You know,
Should I go first? Because I know who I'm looking
well,
forward to.
mine's like a toss-up, but I'll let you go first.
Well, I can't wait to see Quicksilver again, man. I really
I
cannot
hope
wait.
they give him a proper design rather than just like t-shirt, jacket, and goggles.
I just want a scene like similar to the one that we saw from the previous film, where like he's just like everything's in slow mo while he's going so quick. It's just I just like that scene. Is it in the prison where he's just like pushing and moving all the guards and stuff like that? Oh, that scene was so cool. It was probably my favorite scene in the film. But yeah, I wanted to see a similar scene like that in Apocalypse. But what about
Probably
you
get
guys?
one. Well, like I said, Quicksilver, I want him to actually get a proper costume, not just be like, just like
And a t-shirt,
yeah, just like a
goggles.
shirt, jacket. I actually
Yeah.
want to see a proper costume now.
What's his costume in the comics?
It varies, but it's usually like some sort of like jumpsuit,
Jumpsuit.
or like some sort of like tight suit. I mean, I know
Silver.
silver or green or a combination of the two.
Oh.
The two characters I'm looking forward to, and the reason I say two is because they're for there's specific reasons. The first one's Cyclops, simply because I don't think we've had a very good rendition of him.
Well,
because
I was going to say, sorry to interrupt, but we've only had the main X-Men films from when we were a bit younger,
Yeah.
and then we had a brief version of
Yeah.
Cyclops in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
yeah, exactly.
But
So,
he
like,
wasn't in any other X-Men film after that, was he?
No, that's what I mean. Because like I think in the first film he was good, Cyclops.
Yeah.
The second film, but we didn't really get to see much of him because obviously you could tell that they had budget restrictions on that.
And they were mostly focusing on Wolverine
Exactly.
most of the time.
Then in the second film he got taken over, like Hawkeye in Avengers. So he was a bad guy for a bit, and then he was too weak to do much. And then in the third one, he dies. He dies at the very start. So you didn't really see much cool. Cyclops is like a leader. He wasn't really much of a leader in it.
Mm.
And then obviously in the Wolverine film, he was just there. He wasn't really. I wouldn't say he was really relevant. I don't. If they'd made that film without him, I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, they could have easily done Wolverine without including him.
Yeah, so
But
it
obviously-
wasn't really much there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it, especially now they got, especially with is it Havoc? His
Yeah.
cousin, I think it is, or his brother. They're
No, Havoc. Is it Havoc?
Havoc's another one. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Well, I know.
You know who I'm on about, though.
Yeah, but it's like, this is where it gets tricky, because Scott. I think it's Scott Summers' brother. Is it?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, is it Slipstream? Is it Slipstream or is it Havoc? I think it's Havoc. He's the king of the Inhumans, isn't he?
I'm just double checking. Just bear with me.
Because if he is who I'm thinking is, and he is the king, his brother is the king of the Inhumans, then that's where things get difficult. Because of course, different properties. Marvel owns Inhumans. Fox
It is
owns
Havoc.
Mutants.
It is Havoc.
Yeah. and he's-
Alex Summers.
Do you think
Yeah.
one day Marvel will own the X-Men?
Well,
or they'll at least have a partnership.
if you want to talk about that later on, if you want to talk about that at a later stage, make sure you tune into Sam's weekly roundup this week.
Oh yes, make
Plug.
sure.
Plug.
Gonna
But
plug
yeah,
this
that,
hole.
Alex Summers, yeah, that is Scott Summers' brother.
Yeah.
So
and like I said, he is the
we've
king
seen
of
him in the last two
Inhumans, isn't he?
films. Not much, but we've seen him. He'll be in this again.
Is he a major threat or?
No, he's a good guy.
No,
He's a good guy.
Because he's the king of the Inhumans.
Oh, okay. But obviously, since it's owned by two different
Yeah,
companies,
that's where things get tricky.
Yeah. Okay. The other one is Nightcrawler.
Now he has been in the films before, but it was only a small role.
Yes, because the reason I'm questioning it is because how have they brought him in with the whole mom and dad situation? Since it's supposed to be Mystique and
Well,
I can't remember his name. Now. I can't remember the name.
the guy who Kevin Bacon plays.
No, it's not him.
No,
It's
I
the
don't
red
know-
guy.
Yeah, that's who Kevin Bacon plays in what's it?
So he's
No, in the
Yeah, I know him, right? It is Kevin Bacon.
no, because in the film with Kevin Bacon, the guy who the red guy who can with the tail. That's his. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
dad.
his dad, and that's played by Kevin Bacon. I'm pretty sure of it.
No. Kevin Bacon plays someone else completely. That's why there's him and the red guy.
But
Think about
So-
it. If there's a
so-
red guy and Kevin Bacon ain't playing the red guy.
so
Hang on.
Nightcrawler's definitely in the movie.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, of
so,
course he
so,
is.
so but the other
Azale, that's it.
but the
Azale.
other guys are young as well. So how would that work?
Exactly, that's what I mean. I don't get how they've done it because
Right,
in
here
the
we are, X-Men First Class.
in Nightcrawler's mum and dad is Azale and Mystique. So how can Mystique be around the same age as Nightcrawler?
Well-
Teenage pregnancy.
That's
What?
yeah. Well, I doubt it, but at the same time, Mystique can shapeshift, can't she?
She can shapeshift, but she can't.
Who's not to say she can't make it, just like readjust her body proportions? I don't know.
I think that's just like covering their back. So I
Right.
think you know. What I mean?
Character Sebastian Shaw is who Kevin
That's it.
Bacon played.
And then it's Azale, the guy I'm on about,
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
Azale.
the red guy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it wasn't.
Boom! I was right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't get. I want to know how they're doing that because it just doesn't make sense to me.
We'll just have to see when we go watch the film then. Hopefully it isn't like shoved in and like they actually explain.
It's
How?
just they just include the character.
at this point, it's all just
I was going to say
time
anything's-
travel.
Anything's possible after
At
what
the-
happened.
in the change of time.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
this
His
point,
parents change. What?
at this point, anything's possible with
It
their
could-
with
it
their
could-
time travel convoluted, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Wibbly wobbly boo. Yeah. Tom, character you're looking forward to?
Well, I already mentioned Psylocke and Jubilee, but I'm really looking forward to Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just,
That's not returning though.
no, it's not returning, but
Oh.
in terms of like new characters, Jubilee top tier returning. Not returning character I
We haven't
want.
really seen much of her, have we?
You should not be seeing the trailer. But that's what makes it so interesting. How are they going to portray her? Because her outfit is exactly the same as far as I've seen of the 90s cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, we've only seen a shot of her face in the one of the early trailers, and that's it. And that wasn't really much either. So it'd be good to see how they're going to include it since they haven't really shown much of her
Yeah.
at all.
Returning characters, Magneto and Professor X. Is it James McAvoy and
Michael Fassbender.
That's the one. Like James McAvoy, we actually finally get to see him
Shaved head.
bald.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I'll make it a bet now. That's a wig cap. Like he's either got his hair cut
No, he
short.
did get it shaved.
He's got it completely shaved.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, he had it shaved because he had to grow it back for another thing he did after.
Respect. If I was in issues, I would have had cut like dead short, so I still had hair, and just put a wig cap on.
He even posted on his Instagram like while they were doing production of him having his head shaved.
Oh, nice.
So fair play to him.
Yeah, respect.
I'm sure the pay helped, but
Oh yeah.
you know.
Then again, you see plenty of actors like who will either bulk or like get fat or get
Yeah.
ridiculously thin for a role.
Yeah, method acting. Yeah,
it's good though.
yeah.
I appreciate it. So
I prefer method acting. It's
Method
more-
acting is when you completely immerse yourself in the role. That getting fat or thin for a role is just getting into the right sort of body type for them.
yeah.
But it also helps to like to compliment. What's the word?
Compliment.
Complement, yeah, the acting as well. So we'll just have to see. But I respect, like you said, respect for him for shaving off his head. So
Yeah. Curiously enough, though, Magneto, I'm pretty sure he wasn't one of the Four Horsemen in the comics.
I think he was.
I think he was.
He was briefly, but then he.
There
I
is
think-
different versions.
I think he
didn't
disagreed
think-
to a
I
point.
don't know whether they changed him for Wolverine. Was it?
Was Wolverine a? one?
Yeah, Wolverine was. Angel definitely was.
Angel
Psylocke
is-
was.
Yeah, Angel and Psylocke were, and that's what they are in the films. And there's Storm as well, who's
Storm
part of
yeah,
it.
Storm, yeah.
And Wolverine was.
I could have sworn it was Magneto.
No,
when I looked
Wolverine
it up.
definitely was because I know that for a fact it was Wolverine. But
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there is a version with Magneto. But
I do wonder with the film, like how Apocalypse is going to augment their powers, because obviously that's what being the part of the Four Horsemen is. You know, Apocalypse augments and improves their powers. Angel obviously just had regular wings.
Yeah.
yeah, he's got.
Now he's got full-on metal wings, and he can
Yeah,
shoot. He can shoot the feathers out of them and everything.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like how the others will have their powers augmented if they do. 'Cause obviously Storm, she's pretty powerful as it is.
Yeah.
Well, Storm's the one who brings him to life, I think.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to move on because we're running out of time. But yeah, a lot of talk on X-Men since, there's not much out there to talk about. They haven't really said much or released much other than the one trailer. Well, two now. But yeah, let us know what you think. Who you're looking forward to the most. I mean, is there a particular character you want to see more than another? You know, let us know at our social media platforms down below.
Yes.
As we move on to our final point, and we're going to go to DC now.
Yes.
Batfleck
Batfleck.
will
yes.
now direct his own Batman solo movie. And
Produced
I want
by him and directed by him.
and played by him.
And played by him.
And I want to know, are you happy about it? And also, I want to know what film you want him to do. What Batman story do you want him to bring to the big screen?
Personally, I actually like the idea, but the fact that he's producing and directing and playing, it seems like a lot of hard work, like put on himself just for the movie.
It does, but at the same time, you can sort of see that he's because he's acting and directing.
Yeah.
He can direct the shot from a personal view, as in like, you know, he'll look at it from the viewpoint of Batman and from the camera or something like that.
He did actually get offered, I believe, the Justice League movie, I think, but he chose not to.
Oh,
have
that's
it.
a big
So
project.
think of it this way, right? Say you're on a set and it's like a recreation of a city corner,
Yeah.
and there's a fight going on. Ben Affleck will be able to, as Batman, if he's in that fight scene, will be able to look at it from the personal aspect and the camera aspect. So like, say I'm stood here and I'm Batfleck,
Yeah.
and the camera is our overhead camera there.
Yeah.
I can think of how I'm going to punch the person in front of me from my angle, as well as up there, instead of just sitting on the sidelines and looking at it from a certain perspective.
I do think he's going to have to need some, obviously, co-producers and directors to help him.
Oh yeah,
along
you can't do the entire thing on his own. That's just
Oh, no.
ridiculous.
But
Well, the whole point of him doing Batman v Superman was for him to learn also from Zack Snyder how to direct such a big budget film, and he said he didn't have not a lot of experience for the big action sequences, because obviously he did The Town, he's done Argo, he's doing other films now. He was also in Runner Runner. I don't know if you remember that film, the poker film.
No.
I liked it. It had Justin Timberlake in it and Gemma Arterton.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah.
God,
Not
that
one
shit
of
is
them.
old, that is.
That isn't those films have not got any big action sequences really. I think The Town has one of sorts, but it's nothing compared to that you find in a Batman Superman film. So he was trying to understand how to do such a big budget film with all the special effects, etc. So obviously Hull would be applying that to this Batman solo film. So keeping that in mind also, what film do you want to see him do, Batman story wise?
before or after the Batman vs Superman film?
What
it's going to be after.
What do you want this film he's going to be doing to be? What do you want the story to be? Do you want it to be like, say, The Killing Joke, even though we've already got an animated special coming?
I would like to see The Killing Joke and see Jared Leto and Batfleck to be in the same screen.
Batfleck.
To see Batfleck. To see their chemistry on screen. But we will probably be seeing that in Suicide Squad anyway. But I'd probably like a whole film just to see what they're like and like the chemistry that they got together. But obviously, The Killing Joke, something does happen at the end, which would... I don't want to go into spoilers, but it would end a certain like arc between these two characters, but we'll just have to see.
Not necessarily.
Instead, I take that back, because in this new universe for DC, like magic and like... I wouldn't say... Yeah, magic and anything's possible, so we'll just have to see. It's not like Christopher Nolan's Batman where everything's realistic. When someone dies, they're gone for good, so we'll just have to see.
Tom?
So this is the trouble. I don't know many Batman storylines, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm the same as well. Why are you so shocked?
Because it's Batman.
We're more Marvel guys, more than DC.
I mean, if they really
Whoa,
want, if they really
you don't claim that.
hang on, guys, I'm trying to talk here.
Sorry.
Come on.
But I personally think I'm more of a Marvel guy than DC. But I still watch DC films. Got to take.
We're talking about Batman here, not who do we like more, DC or Marvel?
Okay.
Anyway, if they really wanted to shake things up and destroy everything, then they could do Death of Batman and Joker, which is just finished in the comics. Like the whole arc of Batman and Joker fighting in a cave, which said caved in. They were both presumed to be dead, and Commissioner Gordon became the Batman.
Yeah.
But that would be, I think, like
bit far,
after that would be a film they could do after, say, Justice League.
I think it's
When,
more
like,
after
you know,
Justice League, I'd hope. I want to see more
Yeah,
Batfleck.
I mean, but what my thinking is, like, say Batfleck put it down to be not so popular, or it wasn't doing that well, and they wanted to completely shake it up and surprise everyone, then they could just kill off Batman and Joker, and then just like have Commissioner Gordon as Batman, because then you get the whole Batman robot suit.
Well, the way I want them to go is the Red Hood. Simply because we saw their link with the whole Robin costume in Batman v Superman. We know that he's dead. We know that the Joker was the cause with the graffiti. And obviously I think that could be a great part in bringing the Red Hood into the DC universe.
Yeah, but I think that would make it even more dark and gritty than, say, Batman Superman, because
That's good though. We like
it's good, but at the same time, it's like Ben Affleck as Batman already used guns.
It wasn't guns. It was weapons that looked like guns. He didn't exactly kill anyone with a gun.
When did
he kill anyone with a gun?
In the dark side vision.
Well,
that's the dark side vision.
Was it a device?
That's a vision. Go on.
Yeah,
Right.
but it does shoot people.
Was it a device that contained a canister of small metal pellets and used gunpowder to shoot these small little metal pellets at people to cause bodily harm?
That was in the vision. That wasn't actually happening. That was when it was in a post-apocalyptic world.
But he did shoot people.
Yes, that's in a post-apocalyptic world. It doesn't matter. He's just doing it to survive now. You would do that in a world to survive. In the real world, he didn't kill anyone. He just harmed them. Obviously, he did. Well, he did in some cases, like they do in every Batman film. They kill people, but they just don't make it obvious. But in the post-apocalyptic world, you'd expect him to kill people. That's what they do.
I don't know. I tell you what would be a good way to do Red Hood, but make it a bit more interesting. Arkham Knight, because obviously Arkham Knight is Jason Todd becomes the Red
that
Hood.
would be cool.
That'd be quite cool.
But I think there is other stories out there. I mean, if you think about like other films such as bringing in Batwoman or Mr. Freeze.
Actually, Batwoman, not Batgirl, could do some good.
Exactly,
movie-wise.
Doing that sort of direction, bringing them characters in.
It would make a bit more LGBT friendly. Obviously, Batwoman is a lesbian.
Yeah. So it'd be good to bring in different characters in that we haven't seen before. It'd be good to see, I don't know, just trying to think off the top of my head now. It'd be good to see a Scarecrow film, not like The Dark Knight, but more
if they
comic-y.
If they went proper horror on it, like proper comic horror, and like if they just took Scarecrow and took Scarecrow's fear, if they thought, right, we're going to do Scarecrow in this film, then actually made Scarecrow's fear gas, had a nice evening with it, and then, like, right, we've seen enough rubbish. We know exactly what to make.
Yeah. But you see what I mean? There is a lot of different avenues they can go, and I think it'd be good to see them bring new characters in. The one character I'm gutted we still haven't seen is Nightwing. But I believe that Clint Eastwood's son, I can't remember his first name now. He's in Suicide Squad. I believe he'll be playing that role, simply because he's playing an agent, and that's like a similar story to what happens when I believe it's Dick Grayson goes and undercover for Batman when he's checking in on what's going on in the government as an agent, but really he's Nightwing sort of thing.
They could, I could say that, but I haven't seen his appearance. But
he's in the trailer.
He's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Which trailer?
Suicide Squad.
Which one?
The second one, not the one that's just been released. The one before that.
Okay, I'll have a look at it and see what he's like.
Yeah.
What I think they should do is, in terms of Batman films, what they could do in the future is a Batman Beyond film or a Batman of the Future film.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Because I love Batman Beyond.
Yeah, it was class when I was growing up. I
love
loved
it so much, and you gotta think we've seen films like Total Recall and stuff like that where we see like the future, but if they were to do that and then obviously have Batman in it,
awesome.
Oh,
it'd be awesome.
I'm losing myself in the image there.
Yeah. Well, that was our thoughts on the Batman front. Let us know what film you want to see at home. And I know I did actually get. I was talking about this to someone the other day, and they wanted to see the story when Batman becomes a god. That was quite cool.
A god?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, I know exactly what
that was
about.
really. That's the story when he asks, because it's one of the things where he can ask the question and it comes to his heart.
And he asks the joke. He asks like who's the identity of the Joker, and
it says
we're not told who it is, but we see his face. I think, or like we basically.
No, you don't see. All you see is he just goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, we see Batman's face, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like
because he obviously knows it, but he doesn't say who. Which is really cool.
See, that was fairly recent in the comics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's part of the
52.
Yeah, it's only 52. I think is it the Dark Side War? Because each like member of the Justice League has become like a god. I mean, I know like Flash is the god of the new god of death.
Yeah, something like that. It's all changed now. But I think they are basing their films on the New 52. If the Justice League is the plans for the Justice League is anything to go by.
Plot twist: the Joker's really his dad, undead version of his dad.
No,
Surprise.
there is a version where his mom is, but that's when he dies. It's really weird.
That's the Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll have to wrap this up. But yeah, let us know what story you want to see. Do you want to see them go a complete opposite direction and just throw it all out and get Commissioner Gordon as Batman, or have his dad as Batman? I don't know, anything. Just let us know in the social media down below and in the comments section underneath this. Guys, that was the final show.
I'm gonna get a bit emotional now.
Yeah. But yeah,
believe
thank
it's
you
our last
for
show,
if you've been here each week, thank you for tuning in. We've enjoyed it. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been
good, man.
It's been an honour and a pleasure to serve with you both.
If you'd like us to do any more or anything similar, let us know, and we'll try and do what we can.
But for now, we will go down with the sinking ship.
Yeah, but don't forget we'll be uploading our review of the Avengers after the release on Friday. Spoiler:
Captain America, not Avengers.
Oh, I said that earlier.
You just said Avengers.
I know, I said it earlier as well. I said Avengers rather than Civil War, like before the show. I did it earlier. It is kind of the Avengers, let's be honest. Civil War, then, yeah. We'll be doing our review of Civil War at the end of this week. Spoiler free. Don't worry. So, yeah, make sure you tune in for that.
I can just imagine we all just being all like, oh my god, Spider-Man!
And also check out the Snapchat for experiences of the actual viewing as well. Obviously, we're going to be probably speaking to some of the fans there and see what they're expecting from the film as well.
Providing we can get on the internet.
Yeah, that is providing that we can get on the internet.
If not, we will get something posted.
Yes.
At some sort.
We'll take some pretty pictures.
Yes.
And then hopefully not get done or accused of piracy.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully.
Right then, guys, let's wrap this up. But thank you guys for joining us again today.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll go down with the sinking ship.
Exactly. And we'll see you guys very soon, hopefully. Goodbye.
See you
Bye,
later, guys.